Hi and welcome to another episode of Either Side of Nhill. I'm Christy and one half of this dynamic podcasting duo. As always, we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners on the land we are recording on. For me, it's the Boonwurrung people of the Kulin Nation, and for cousin Ben, who's recording on the lands of the Kaurna Nation. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Please let me introduce to the golden mic, the one and only with the golden tonsils, my lovely cousin Ben. Hi Ben, how are you?
They're very heavy, but they're worth lots of money, so it's good. Hello, Christy. It's been so long since we've done an episode. It feels like forever ago that we were doing this, so this is actually really exciting. I've missed you. I have really missed you.
I missed you too, Ben, and it does seem like ages ago. It was early March when we recorded. I was up at Falls Creek. It was a long weekend. Yeah, it was ages ago.
It was, yeah, but that was lots of fun. So we've had, we've had all sorts going on. We've had family visiting. We've had Easter holidays down at the shack. We've had some long weekends. So it's been a really fun few weeks here. How have you been going? You all right?
Yeah,
you had a good Easter?
I had a great Easter, and I took off the days in between Easter and Anzac Day, so I made a really nice long break, and it was really good. Just did a bit of cycling, swimming, did some hiking down on the Mornington Peninsula. A girlfriend came and stayed for a couple of days, so we were able to go down there and do some hiking. It was really good. The weather was good. So it was just excellent. So I got out on the road bike and got out on the hybrid bikes. I did a bit of cycling, which was really nice. Make the most of the weather before it turns to custard.
Yes, I saw some of your photos, some of those pictures of riding along the beach with the city in the background. That was just stunning. That's so nice. That's along the near Brighton kind of beach.
Yeah,
is it?
along the bike path there that follows the bay, and that was like my last day of holiday, and I just milked everything. I just had to get out there and enjoy every last drop of sunshine before back to work this week, and it's been nuts. So it's nice going back to work. But I tell you what, a bazillion emails. Oh, I know. There's so much crazy, going on. This week's been catch up. So next week will be a full week back in the office, and in the office most days, I guess. So
you'll be in full control, no doubt.
Yes, that's how I like it.
Totally. Now, this is a very special episode. Why don't you tell our wonderful listeners what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, so Ben and I have been thinking about this for a while, and we really wanted to just have an episode, a special episode, spotlight on Nhill and but a range of really interesting things about Nhill. So this episode is all about Nhill. So you won't get anything Melbourne or Adelaide side. It's just all about Nhill. So we wanted to talk about some things that to our listeners might not know about, or maybe not as well known, cool things that we've found out in the community. And some of the Knillies that listen, they'll be going, oh my God, I roll, boring. But we found like some of these things.
Let me say, come to Nhill and check it out.
Yeah, true. But there's some really cool, really lovely Facebook community pages, and one of them I came across is Treasures of Nhill, Nhill and District's Facebook page. And John Williams, who's an amazing researcher and writer, has been showcasing some really interesting stories on this Treasures of Nhill page. Yeah. So here's one of them that I want to share with you, Ben, and I don't know if you've seen this, but it's called Knill's Gentle Giants, and it's about the Clydesdales. So in the main street of Nhill, there's a memorial statue of a draft horse, and all the Nhill locals will know all about it, and some of the passers-by through the town might have seen it, but might not know the what or the why. So I won't go into all of it, but here's a bit of a snippet. The Nhill was chosen as a site for the draft horse memorial because the town held Australia's biggest parade of Clydesdales.
What?
Yeah, I know. This is back in the 30s. I think it was the 30s. So
the heyday for Clydesdales, clearly.
Oh, they're such a big, strong, gorgeous horse, and they were used to cart, stuff from the trains to the silos. So they were just a big, gentle, strong horse. So everyone who may have been to Nhill might have seen the memorial, but it's also has an audio recording detailing how much the early settlers were dependent on these beautiful horses, the draft horses. So it's a really interesting story and one that I didn't know too much about. So thank you, John, for sharing your research online. And
Yeah.
I know I have been there. I've seen the horse.
Yes, me too.
And someone recently once told me, you're not a real local Nilly until you've climbed the statue. I'm just
That was
saying.
Cat. That was Cat Colbert. Oh, oops.
May or may not have been. You know who
No.
you are, and I know you're listening and probably giggling right now. So, but
Oops. I'll beep that out.
delete that bit out. Don't know who she is, Cat Colbert.
Oops.
No.
Oops.
So that's Neil's Gentle Giants. What do you reckon about that, Ben?
Mm.
Oh my God, he's just drinking
Yeah,
coffee.
really. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm drinking coffee. I can't help myself. That's so cool. I mean, they use Clydesdales here in South Australia. I don't know, those that are familiar, from Victor Harbour across to Granite Island,
Oh,
there's the bridge with the
yeah.
tram.
Yeah.
And they use the Clydesdales for that. And I haven't been there for so long now, but I do read, I think they're building a different kind of bridge, or they're talking about it. And do the Clydesdales stay or do they go, and all of these sorts of things. But they are. I have seen they are massive horses.
We should
so
ask
that's
our
really,
Uncle
really cool.
Adrian who lives down there.
We should. Yeah, we should actually get some more information to see if the Clydesdales are still around. That's really cool. I love it. I love this. Nhill is like just this untapped gem. And
Yeah.
we should say at this point that as part of this episode, we were going to include an interview with the Mayor, Melanie Albrecht, but it was such a fabulous discussion that we decided to make it a special edition. So stay tuned, check it out, because we're going to release that special exclusive interview around the same time as this episode as well. So check that out. What I wanted to talk about first was, this might not be the most highbrow subject, but it's still, to me, quite interesting. But do you know that at one stage, at any one time, Nhill had up to 7 hotels, 7 pubs?
Wow. How about that?
It's crazy. So there's 3 at the moment, but there were up to 7. There's the Farmers Arms, the Union, which is still there, the Hotel Royal, the Temperance Hotel, the Commercial, the New Treasury Hotel. There were all these hotels. And I thought there's a little bit of interesting information about the Commercial Hotel, which has been there since 1884.
Yep.
Which isn't, that long, but in more recent history is fairly long. I don't know that it was actually built that well, but to say it's been through a fair bit is an understatement. It has kind of survived, but a tornado ripped through Nhill in 1897 and just about destroyed the place.
A tornado?
A tornado
Oh,
ripped
God.
through Nhill.
Jesus,
I know,
yeah.
it's like something out of Wizard of Oz. I don't know. And it was kind of rebuilt, and then it was owned by local families and local people. And there was a woman that owned it in 1916 when it was gutted by fire and almost completely destroyed. And then it was rebuilt again, and there was a big dinner to thank all the people and the firefighters that helped put it out, and all the people that actually helped to rebuild it. So there was this big lavish kind of gala dinner to say thank you back in that would have been sort of just after World War One.
Yeah.
But then in 1939, which is actually just before World War II, coincidentally, part of the roof blew off.
Oh, Jesus.
So whoever rebuilt it in 1919, I think that was 1916. I think they've got some questions to answer if you ask me.
Yeah.
So there's some interesting history there. So I wonder if you went and had a look at it now, you could actually go, oh, okay, now that I know that, I wonder if you could pick where these events actually happened. Really interesting.
Yeah,
stuff.
I was like, maybe if anyone's got any family that worked on it, or the builders, or they're like, one nail for the roof, one nail for me in my pocket. So maybe they were just like putting, not using all the nails on to keep the roof on. But I'm just saying, I'm not just trying to cause trouble here, Ben.
Yeah, don't start slandering the Nhill community, okay? They work hard, all right?
The roof builders. But yeah.
They're thinking this roof will never blow off again. There'll never be another tornado. Yeah, 20 years later, here it comes.
Here she comes.
But of course, there's the Farmers Arms. And now we've stayed at the Farmers Arms way back in 1996. Did you stay at the Farmers Arms that time as well for the family reunion? Okay, so we've both actually stayed at the Farmers Arms.
God, memories of the Farmers Arms, darts. My uncle throwing my mum's shoes off the balcony.
Among other things. Just
I don't know, I think they had beautiful. I don't know. We did play darts and drank a lot of beer. I'm pretty sure.
we did. We probably had a schnitzel or two. Who
Schnitty,
knows?
yeah.
A parmigiana, which we call them here, but I think you call them palmers on that side of Nhill, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah, Parma.
Yeah. Parma, yeah, we call them schnitzel parmigiana. We like our syllables here in Adelaide.
Don't start. You'll go down.
But 7 pubs in a small town like
That's a
Nhill,
lot.
it did actually have the Women's Christian Temperance Union actually described Nhill as being a drunk town in the early 20th century and described as being soaked in liquor, which is pretty slanderous. It's almost like a port town or a port city. You know, you go to Port Adelaide and there's just pubs on every single corner, every trade, you know, whether it was the wharfies or the builders or whatever, there were all these different pubs, but it's a bit unusual. I guess it was a town where people had to stop and stay, so they needed somewhere to stay and eat and drink. And I just thought that was really interesting that there were so many, and there was a real push from the Temperance Union to actually tidy the town up. And,
Right.
Yeah, interesting part of Nill's history.
So the 3 that are there now are the Farmers Arms.
Yep, the Union.
Yeah, and
you're testing me now because my brain's not going to.
Is it the Hotel Royal?
And no, I think it's actually the commercial.
Hotel. Oh,
yeah,
that would make sense. Yep. Okay, well, we got to check them out when we're in Nhill next. So Absolutely. It is really interesting, Ben, and they've got, oh my God, if those walls could talk or the roof could talk.
If it stays on. If it stays on long enough to talk, that is.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. No, absolutely interesting part of Nill's history, and it's super rich. And I've actually got lots and lots more up our sleeve to talk about.
Hey, Christy, just doing a bit of quick research here. The 3 pubs are the Commercial Hotel, the Farmers Arms, and the Union, which I thought, but you know when you put on the spot and you think, oh, have I got that right or have I forgotten?
Yeah.
So
Good
they
on
are
you,
the
Ben.
3 pubs. So, yeah, check them out. Stop in.
Hey, Ben, we've got a new segment on our amazing podcast, and it's called Fast Five Questions with ... right?
Fantastic. I love it.
Are you excited for the new segment?
I am so excited. It's brilliant. I love a Fast Five.
Yeah. So it perfectly fits in with our Spotlight on Nhill episode, and it's called Fast Five with. I know it's really original, but anyway, it just fits. Okay, so each episode we're going to chat to a local from Nhill and ask them 5 questions. So Ben, you'll already be surprised that I have actually chatted with Ashleigh Nare from Nhills Pure Indulgence Beauty Therapy.
Oh, look at you doing the work.
I know. I did this.
Beauty therapy. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
We did this. We recorded this earlier in the week, so I want you to be. I want you to take a listen, and then it's a real winner, Ben, of a chat with Ash. She's an absolute crack up. I absolutely loved chatting to her, and then I'm going to be handing over the baton to you, because then you're next. You got to find someone to chat to in Nhill with Fast Five questions with. So take a listen here, guys. You'll really enjoy it, and Ashleigh is absolutely gorgeous. Ashleigh Nare, salon owner and beauty therapist from Nhills Pure Indulgence and Beauty Therapy, who, if you don't know, are located at 33 Victoria Street in Nhill, which I'm pretty sure is the main drag. Hiya, Ashleigh. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. And are you ready for the quick 5 questions?
Hi, Christy. No worries.
You're ready. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Can I ask you to introduce yourself, please?
Yep. So I'm Ash, I'm a beauty therapist at Nhills Pure Indulgence, also the salon owner. I'm a mum of 2, boy and a girl, or a girl and a boy, I should say. And I married a farmer, so I guess I'm here to stay.
Question number 2, Ash, can you tell us about your amazing business in Nhill?
Yeah, so I'm located at 33 Victoria Street, which I've been there for this year 8 years. But previously, before that, I was around on Nelson Street for I think about 7 years. So I do everything from nails, waxing, tinting, facials, massage, spray tanning, and of course makeups.
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
Oh,
I said I wasn't going to talk over you, and I've already done it.
and also sell quite a few ranges of beauty products like skincare and makeup as well.
Fantastic. And how did you get into the industry, Ash? Is it a passion of yours?
It never really was. Growing up, I always told my dad I wanted to be an electrician or a diesel mechanic or something like that. And then when we went to, like, when you do your work experience in year 10, I thought I'd go and try hairdressing. So I went out to the TAFE where they offered hair and beauty, which was good because I got to train on people as well. And kind of thought hairdressing's the same thing day in, day out. So I tried beauty. So from there, I just started applying for beauty colleges. And then I finally got accepted when I was 17. So I travelled into Melbourne and did my course and then got a job after that.
Fantastic. So you've been based then in Nhill for some time.
Yeah, well, so when I started at Nhill, so probably I think it's about 16 years I've been in Nhill.
Wow. Oh, that wasn't actually a question. So that was a bonus question. Sorry, Ash. So question number 4, how did you cope during the pandemic and all the lockdowns of the past 2 years? I'm interested.
It was pretty hard. I think beauty therapy in regional Victoria was shut for 31 weeks all up.
Such a long time.
Yeah, it was huge. And we actually didn't have our first case of COVID in Nhill until December of last year. So
wow.
While we were in lockdown because of COVID, we had none around us, which was a bit hard to take.
Yeah. You must have been like pulling your hair out.
Yeah. Same time, it was a bit of a blessing because 3 weeks into COVID in 2020, I had my second child. And the girl I had working for me before I was to go on maternity leave, she decided she was leaving for Melbourne. So at the time I thought, oh no, I've got to shut my business and all of that. But in the end, COVID shut it for me.
Yeah, wow. Isn't that weird how things turn out like that?
Yeah.
Question number 5, Ash, are you ready? What is the best treatment to get at your salon?
The best treatment. I quite like our Indulgence facial.
Mm-hmm.
Very relaxing facial that includes a lot of massaging as well as rejuvenating your skin.
Yeah.
But probably the most popular treatment at the minute for clients would be the Relax and Rewind package. So you come in and have your feet soaked and scrubbed and a 1-hour relaxation massage and a gel peptide eye mask as well.
Oh, God, sounds so good. Oh, okay, I've got one more bonus question and I hope you're ready for this. And we ask all of our amazing VIPs on our podcast, what is your standard fish and chip order, please?
It's a big one.
Good. Bring it.
So last time we went to the beach, we got 20 calamari rings, 6 chicken nuggets, chips to feed 4, and 3 bits of flake.
Yum. I absolutely love that. Good on you, Ash. Thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. We'll see you in Nhill soon.
Thanks heaps.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was such a good chat. I love a specific fish and chip order. That is a decent feed too.
I know. I bloody just love calamari rings. I'm so up for them right now. I'm starving.
I know. I generally never get them, but I'm going
Always.
next time, I promise. Absolutely. Oh, thanks so much, Ashleigh. That was heaps of fun. And yes, I happily take the baton. I will find a local Knillite to interview for Fast 5 next time. Hey, Christy, I'm going to talk to you now about the Nhill Lake. So this is, we talk about driving through Nhill on the way to Adelaide to Melbourne, but what we really want to keep telling people is stop in and check it out because there's so much to have a look at. And a lot of people wouldn't even know there is a lake in Nhill. It was actually man-made or made by humans, I should say, in 1960, and has been a source of enjoyment for locals ever since. It's a really popular spot. And if that they actually have their own Facebook page, you can check them out. The Nhill Lake. I know you've actually had a look yourself, and the pictures look beautiful. Really shady gum trees and lots of places for kids to play and families. And you can swim, you can fish there, water skiing. You can have a barbecue. Are you already laughing about the duck racing?
Yeah, live duck racing. You know me too well, but I can see Ben's face, and then he just has this funny look on his face. Just cracks me up. Sorry, Ben. Now I made you laugh.
No, it's okay. It's good. It's fine. I was preempting the live duck racing.
Because they're on the Facebook page. Have you been to the Facebook page and check them out? Live duck racing. Like, it's for real.
It's fantastic.
I wonder if it's sponsored by Love a Duck.
Well, probably. I would say that's the connection, isn't it? Because Love a Duck is in Nhill. But but maybe we could actually start training ducks and compete next time. That might be a bit of fun. Like, do they allow outsiders? I wonder.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe there's be some strict rules around it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll just attach a little motor to ours. Wow, that's a fast duck.
Holy snapping duck racing.
So look, duck racing, among other things. But look, the Nhill Lake, it's run by, this is the thing about Nhill, is so much that goes on in the community is actually run by volunteers, the Silo Project, a lot to do with the, the aviation, and even around the 135-year birthday of the Overland. You'll hear in our interview with Melanie, the volunteers do so much. So this is actually a committee of management actually keeps the lake looking the way it does, and there's a constant source of water. So, look, check it out. Go and have a look. There's a fair bit of water around in the area as well. I think there's in Dimboola as well. So you can grab some fish and chips like Ashleigh, and then head to the Nhill Lake, go for a bike ride, or get some sausages, have a barbecue, watch the duck race. But I just wanted to bring that to people's attention that there's a big lake there, and check it out. It's really beautiful.
Good on you, Ben.
What about you, Christy? Yeah, what do you got for us today?
So, Ben, I've got something awesome to share with you. The Nhill and District Sporting Club have got a day coming up where it's going to be sponsored by Carlton Draught, and it is the Nhill Tigers and Carlton Draught promo. So Daisy Thomas, who's an ex-Carlton and Collingwood player, is on his way to Nhill to play with the Tigers on Saturday, June the 4th. The Tigers will take on the Southern Mallee Giants at Davis Park, and Carlton Draught and Fox Footy will be there. It's going to be an absolute ripper of a weekend, so good luck to everyone involved. It's going to be a big weekend in Nhill. There's been promotion.
Wow. So is he playing? Is he playing just on that day, or is he joining the club?
No.
He's playing on that day.
Yeah, so they've got a promotion. Wow. It's called the Carlton Draught Cup. But so Dale Thomas is obviously playing in a range of different local community football clubs. And, so I reckon that's really cool. So the Nhill Tigers are going to have Dale Thomas for the day playing. Yeah, so I bet you it's going to be a massive weekend in Nhill, and I hope that they get stacks and stacks of people to turn up and cheer on the Nhill Tigers and also Daisy Thomas. So,
So that's on Saturday, June the 4th.
Yeah, I reckon, is that part of the long weekend in June? Is that Queen's birthday or is that the one before?
It might be. Maybe we should have researched that again.
Yeah, no, actually I think the long weekend's the one after.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's pretty exciting, don't you reckon?
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, he's a brilliant player, and get to Nhill, get some accommodation, and go and stay there for the weekend.
Sounds
Why not?
Good.
That's fantastic.
Finally, Ben, what's on at the Nhill Cinema? So we always do this every podcast. So I want you to tell me what's happening at the Nhill Cinema. Is there anything that we need to go and watch?
Well, it depends what you're into, but there is an old movie from 1947 called The Egg and I. I don't know why it's called The Egg and I, but
Is it an Easter show? Is it an Easter movie?
I don't know. I have to check it out. Look, we're not saying it's going to be a bad movie, please. Some things tickle your fancy, and that just that name just God, so sorry about that. But yeah, the Egg and I. So check that out. And then also Uncharted is playing as well. So the Egg and I from 1947 and Uncharted is what's on at the Nhill Cinema, Christy. And so we have to check that one out, or check it out if you're in the area.
Oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. The Egg and I. It's such a funny name. Isn't it Easter time? I couldn't stop getting caramello eggs out of my head. Oh God, Ben. Well, that just about wraps up another episode. We've had so much fun recording today. Lots of laughs, getting pretty loose. But we hope you enjoyed the Spotlight on Nhill special. And we only touched on just a couple of things, and I reckon this could be an ongoing theme down the track, Ben. There's so much to tap into, and even check out the interview with Mayor Melanie Albrecht. It was really, really interesting. She sounds, she knows what she's doing, and she's got great support from the community. So absolutely love chatting with her. So, what do you reckon, Ben?
I think we did pretty well. It's been nice to catch up again. It's been a little while, so it's been great fun. And it's nice just to sort of focus in on Nhill and see what's going on. We're either side of Nhill, but we chose to focus in on Nhill this time. And I think we can do it again. Why not?
Definitely.
We've just scratched the surface.
Yep,
absolutely.
Totally. Okay, guys, that just about wraps it up. So thank you for listening, and tap into us on the social media platforms, and we look forward to hearing how you enjoyed our podcast.
Yeah, that was slick.
Bumbling away. Oh, you guys know what I mean. See you next time.
Yeah,
Enjoy the episode.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.